I'm Steph Gorin from Loop Fiber Studio, and I am here at Ashford headquarters in beautiful New Zealand. So while I'm here, I'm going to be testing out the country spinner and trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff on it. And I'm going to show you some of my techniques. So I'm going to go ahead and make a barely a bat. I'm going to grab some nice soft kid mohair. It's yum yum. And I'm going to make a thin layer. And as you can see, I'm not being very careful to put super thin layers. It's okay if it's a little chunky for this particular bat. And then I'm going to add some locks. One of the great things about this carder is that it's got really long teeth. Then I'm going to hand feed the mohair locks right onto the drum, because I don't want them to card too much. So I'm going to just do that again. And then add some different colors. And as you notice, I am not paying any attention to which side of the lock is the butt end and the tail end. I personally am just putting them on any which way. So I'm gonna add some sparkle, and I like to add the sparkle directly to the drum also, just so that you don't lose any. But do this very carefully. You can kind of just, these teeth are so long that it'll kind of just stick in there. Okay, so I'm just going to take this off. And as you can see, it's barely holding together. And these bats don't stay together so great, so if you're going to make a bunch of them, just roll them up into a little mini bat and make a pile of them so that they kind of stay together. Okay, so now we're going to spin up these barely bats. And I'm just going to just rip off a part of it and get started. This looks like a mess, and it's supposed to. And the idea here is that as I spin it, the locks are going to be easier to spin into the single. And again, I have the wheel set to the slowest ratio because it's a low twist single that I'm making. Every time I do one of these barely bats and spin it up, I love the result. They seem to just come out really well. I think it's partly because the mohair is so delicious, but also you get this really cool texture that's really organic looking because you haven't really tried to control the lock very much. So you're just kind of letting it do what it does as you spin. Try not to control it too much. Try to just let the locks do what they want to do. If the locks want to stick out, great. We have an extra lock here. If the lock wants to stick out, great. If it doesn't, just keep spinning. And again, I'm not worrying about the direction of the locks. I'm just spinning these little sort of mini bats that have come off the wild carder and letting the texture do what it wants to do. So that's it. It's a really simple technique. This is just a really easy way to get a really cool yarn. They always come out gorgeous. So give it a try, combine some fun colors, and card away.